for Hema.
So talking about Hema, who I fondly is my akka.
Hi, it's my pleasure to say a few words on the occasion of Professor Hema.
It is a privilege to talk about Hema.
Hello Hema.
It gives me great pleasure to talk about Hemas.
Hi Hema, just a quick note here.
Hello madam, a couple of things.
Dear Hema,
I'm thinking of this as a celebration, not as a farewell or anything, because Hema will continue to be with us, work with us, and she's passionate about language technologies in India. She'll forever continue. But for those of you, most of you are young, right? I would like to talk about the many contributions which many of you may not know. So Hema was one of the first women engineers in India. She started her work in 1981 in TIFR. Amazingly, for a woman at that time, she went on to do her MS with Simon Haken. He has written plenty of books. He's a very famous professor who's written on neural nets, signal processing, signals and systems, and so on. And actually, Simon Haken wanted her to continue for PhD, but she came back to India along with Murthy, her husband, because they wanted to start their life here and contribute something in India.
When I joined McMaster University for my masters, and Hema had just left the place, and she had left a lot of telltale remarks. Her cooking was very famous. Her ability to invite people in the evenings for dinner was much talked about, and her husband Murthy was mentioned a few times in all the conversations we had, and I had the good fortune of meeting Murthy in 1987, and when I joined this place in 1994, in the very first week I met Murthy, Hema, and a newborn child, Kaveri, and Kaveri was their daughter, and Kaveri continued to be a good friend of our sons. Grew up on the campus together.
And then her PhD work is amazing. It's a path-making work on modified group delay, which had very, very important contributions in many fields of speech, including verification recognition and things like that. One of the first approaches that pioneered this in this direction. And she went on to work in SRI for a year, where she built, I think, one of the best systems in the challenge for that particular year in the mid-90s. All of her work is inspired by signal processing and ideas like that, unlike today's deep learning, which is more data-driven, right? Another contribution is, of course, the hybrid segmentation that she did. She started the TTS consortium. She built TTS systems, took a consortium of so many institutes, trained so many personnel. It was actually inaugurated by Sachin Pilot, who was then the Minister of Information Technology. She's fought a lot for women rights in the institute. She had a daughter, and where do you put? I mean, we had no creche or anything for women staff, right? And she said, what kind of an institute, elite institute we are. So we got our, I think, creche, and the tech kids came up, given greening of the community, trees unnecessarily being cut. She was always, there fighting for, what she thought was right. And that's the spirit I think we should learn from her. And she did a lot of work for handicapped, visually challenged people. She's always busy. She's perfect punctual on time at 8 o'clock. And if you're a student and you show up at 8:30, I don't think she would have been very happy. But that's something that you should learn, that perseverance, even at, when you're senior citizens. All of us are senior citizens. We want you guys to learn be at it, be involved in it, be passionate about it, and I think those are the lessons we should learn from it. Personally, after I moved to IIT Madras, my family and I were staying in the Taramani guest house for 3-4 months. We have spent umpteen days having dinner at a place. My children had a lot of exciting and good time, after that Taramani guest house food. So we miss Murthy and Kaveri those times. After that, she moved outside the campus. And personally, I'm sure she will continue to interact with all of us. She'll continue to do excellent work in speech. She's a legend. I think, we should be thankful for the pioneering work, right? So it was very difficult when speech started. These are the first few people who laid the path on which others could follow. I do not think Hema is retiring. I'm only thinking of it as a celebration for almost 40 years of service to IIT.
I don't remember exactly when I met Hema, but it was sometime in the early 2000s. But I do remember thinking that this person was superwoman. She worked so hard, did fantastic research, and on top of all of that, made the best sweets too. I have this vision of 100 different Hemas doing all these things because it seemed impossible that it could be achieved by one person. We both lived close to the IIT post office and had cats that would go from one house to the other. There are so many memories of doing fun stuff with her, like trekking or playing basketball, and it will be IITM's loss when she leaves. But I'm really happy that she's here for some more time, and I'll have the chance to bump into her on campus. So good luck, Hema, in the years to come.
Hema was very passionate researcher with very strong political views. Her focus on research, her ability to get the best out of the students is very inspiring. She continued, a remarkable journey in speech processing and music and so on when these areas were not even considered as mainstream. Right? So that requires a lot of dedication. Not found among Indian researchers. She continued to, do a lot of work, guide PhD students seriously, and do heavy duty programming and teaching in the department. The department was small, and so the classes were huge, and she continued to do this for 30 plus years. Right? So, right now I know that she is coordinating a very large national project that involves multiple institutions, which with ultimate aim of being able to translate from one Indian language to another Indian language. It's a great project. Hema provides leadership for this. All of us have to retire sometime, so that's just a stage. Just to paraphrase Gita, it's one of those occasions where we change our clothes from we remove one shirt and wear another shirt. That's the point about retirement officially. I wish her all the luck.
Our association started about 37 years ago in 1986 when we joined the Speech and Vision Lab to work with Professor Narayana. Then after completing our PhDs, we continued to collaborate both in teaching as well as in research. Hema is a very highly passionate teacher and researcher. She guided around 25 PhD students and about 50 MS students. And she is very possessive of all her research students. She made significant contributions in research related to modified group delay processing, then feature switching for speaker recognition verification, then music processing, then computational brain research. And as all of you know, she also led big projects, the consortium projects on the text-to-speech, and she also actually participated in the consortium on the speech-to-text. So over the past 37 years, she made significant contributions to not only to the research community, but also to the department and the institute. As you are all aware, she held several positions in the department and the institute. She was a warden of Saryu Hostel, then she was a sectional observer, she was a president of the faculty association, she was chairing the CCASH, and so on. Over the past 36 years, we had many cherishable moments while working together, and we are also involved in jointly conducting this winter school on speech and audio processing. That's WISAP twice here, and also the Interspeech 2018 conference. So I have several cherishable moments of working with Professor Hema. So though she has reached the age of 65 and she is superannuating, I'm sure that she is very active still, and she has got many more active years of life to come. I'm sure she'll be active in research and also handling the projects for the few more years to come. I wish her a very happy retired life, and wish her all a good time in the years to come. Thank you.
Hema. It's been an absolute privilege working with you on Carnatic music computations, and having been your colleague for the last 30 years, or 25, whatever number of years. I wish you all the best for your future activities. Hope you go from strength to strength and accomplish whatever you want to do. All the best. Thank you.
So this is for Hema, and Hema is not a colleague. I've known her since 1980, so I think she's more like a sister rather than a friend. And I've never worked with her. I remember acknowledging her in one of my papers during PhD because she helped me with the model, the programming of the model. So she's the most hardworking, sincere person that I have known in my life. Whatever she takes on, she does it 100%. She has high expectations, and first that is of herself and then others. So I'm sure there's no retirement superannuation for Hema. She's just going to continue and drive more things and more people and more work, and wish her all the success. Thank you.
Well, I've known Hema now for over 20 years, and starting with our early interactions while we were building software for children with disability, and coming all the way to this particular juncture where we are now using that software quite extensively. Hema has been an amazing driving force, always driving us to excel. But more than that, I think I've known Hema as a friend, and even as we walk past their house each evening or morning, we miss walking into their house and stopping by for a cup of coffee or just a chat. And this campus is going to miss having her and her energy. And I do not say goodbye because I know we'll run into each other more often than not. So very happy to be recording this message, knowing that it is not a farewell, but it is actually more of better times to come. So best of luck, Hema, and I hope to see you soon.
So talking about Hema, who I fondly is my akka. I'm an only child, I don't have siblings, and many people have filled that passport, and Hema is also one. I fondly always call her akka. Our friendship goes beyond almost now 35 years. 1989 I met her, 33 years. And so what I really enjoy about Hema is she's a very passionate teacher, always dedicated to teaching, very sincere, hardworking, and these are all some very important things that we find in a senior, and that's something which I really admire about her, respect her for that. Some of the very interesting things that she has done in the department, specifically the latest one, the Bashini project. She was one of the few faculty members who had taken such type of what we call as these thankless projects. Though we say it's a 200 crore project, 300 crore project, trying to coordinate and get things, and always, something, if everything goes nice, nobody will appreciate. If something goes wrong, a lot of people will crib. These are called these thankless projects. And Hema has actually taken many of these thankless activities, but given very great outputs. Today the Bashini project is talked out at different levels in the government, as high as the topmost office of the country. The second thing which I actually admire about Hema is that her commitment to indigenous technologies. She has always been associating herself with some startups and a lot of indigenous development, deliverable or product oriented work. IIT last 20 years we have been very seriously talking about translational research, but the Tenet team which Hema was associated, or Hema is associated, actually started talking about this indigenous technologies and translations. It's quite early in their career. Overall, it's a great experience to be a colleague of Hema. A lot of things I've learned from her. I continue to learn from her. I wish her all the best, a very happy, peaceful, retired life. And I'm sure she will continue to work. She has the energy. One thing amazing is that when I saw her in the early 90s and that I'm seeing her, I never see that her energy levels have even depleted 0.001%. I think she continues to have the same energy and enthusiasm. I'm sure she will continue to contribute to the overall development of computer science and engineering, and specifically projects like the Bashini. Wish you all the best, Hema. Thank you very much.
I have to say that it has been amazing having met you and having worked with you for all these years. I remember very clearly when we met at WISAP 2010 in Mumbai, and I learned about your research and especially about your love for Carnatic music. I didn't know much about Carnatic music until then, and that opened up a lot of possibilities for the Com Music project. Without you, without your interest, your contacts, and the work that you did in Chennai, all the research on Indian art music, especially Carnatic music, would not have been possible. So that made a big change, and it continues making it. So that has made a significant impact in the research community worldwide. So I will always be grateful, and I will always keep in mind all the great moments that we have had with you, your students in Chennai, and I think I will keep those memories forever. So thank you very much, and I wish you the best in your new stage of work, which I am sure will have as much impact as the work that you have done until now. So thank you very much for all your support and for all the work that you have done until now. Thank you.
Just a quick note here to congratulate you heartily on reaching this milestone in a long and very productive academic career. Personally, I feel really lucky to have had a long association with a colleague such as you, and particularly to have had you as a very enthusiastic partner in all our music work ventures together. Well, all the best for an exciting new phase.
Hello, ma'am. When Gauri asked me to do this recording small clip, I felt happy, honored to be included. I've not been enrolled formally as your student, yet you've been someone whom I always look up to. I've learned a lot from you. Thank you so much for your help, support, guidance over these many years. Wishing you a wonderful, exciting second phase of your career.
On this momentous occasion, I thank you for building a generation of researchers in India who work on music and speech problems. I also thank you for the opportunity and fortune to collaborate with you continuously and seek mentorship from you for over a decade now. Wish you a very healthy, happy, peaceful, contented, and fruitful life post-retirement. I hope to continue to learn, seek guidance, and get more inspired from you going forward. Thank you.
Couple of things before I get to the wishes. First, your unquenchable thirst for learning is an inspiration, not only in keeping up to date with the state of the art, but also in reinventing ways to teach established concepts. Second, I can't quantify my gratitude for your guidance throughout the PhD from the initial days right up to now. A big thank you again. When you do retire, perhaps in the next 3-4 months, I wish that you get the space, time, and resources to do exactly what you want to do. And of course, many happy returns of the day.
Wish you all the best for the new phase of life, man.
Hello, many congratulations for everything you've achieved so far. I wish you the very best for your future.
Hello, ma'am. Happy retirement. So please take your time in attending more concerts. Spend your time with your family. I just wanted to share my experiences with Professor Hema ma'am. When I was in IIT Madras, I sent an email to CSE department, Dawn Lab, asking for some donations to support a child who was suffering with cancer. Professor Hema ma'am is the first person to respond to my email, and she helped that child. That shows how kind you are. You always support women who are all in need. I really admire that. You are dynamic, brave, hardworking, and disciplined. You are an inspiration to all of us. So I'm proud to say I'm your student, ma'am. The other thing I wanted to share is I had an opportunity to travel with you abroad to attend conferences. Wherever you go abroad, the first thing you do is buy something for Dunlap. You think about students all the time. I have never seen anyone doing like that, as far as I know. So for you, ma'am, students is life. You always think about students. Other professors may come, teach, and then interact with students in lab, but you think about students every time, even in our personal life. And I also wanted to say a big thank you to Murthy sir. He is also very close to many of us. And you gave us a liberty to talk to your family, to come to your home, to spend time with your family. So I can't say anything more than this, ma'am. So you did everything for us. You're being an important person in our lives. So thank you so much for everything.
I was very privileged to be Dr. Hema ma'am's second MS student. You helped technology to advance forward with 3 decades of research at IITM in speech recognition, speech processing, speech technology, networking, pattern recognition, and ML. You care to teach, guide, and always share your knowledge, wisdom, and heart with every student of yours. You're talented, inspiring, caring, demanding, strong, hardworking, and unstoppable. These are the characteristics that shaped me, and I wouldn't be where I am without you. You enabled a lot of young minds that sure will carry your legacy forward while you transition to the new phase of your life. Thank you and wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Respect and love for being my guide, friend, and a great citizen.
Hello, ma'am. Wish you an amazing retired life with lots of Carnatic music and time with your family. We had a great few years in IIT Madras with you. I will always remember our Edinburgh trip where we explored many places together. Thank you.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you for being a wonderful human being. Hope you will continue to be a positive influence to people around you.
Thank you, ma'am, for being kind to us. Personally, I cannot imagine what I am today without the unconditional support, encouragement, guidance, and care that I received from you and sir during those difficult phases of my life. I am extremely blessed to get opportunity to learn under your guidance. Above all, you are a good human being. Please continue to bless us to take your legacy forward generation after generation. Wish you, ma'am, all the best for the new phase of your life.
Whatever I am today is due to the constant support extended by you during my PhD time. You inspire me and motivate me in every moment of my life. I am sure you have great plans for your new phase of life. I thank you for being my role model.
Hi, ma'am. All the best for your retirement and all your future plans. You have been an inspiration to many. You are the most hardworking person I ever met. Wishing you all happy days ahead, and I thank you for all the support you have given me.
A true teacher who tries to bring the best in every student. Ma'am, you have inspired a generation of students. All the very best, and thanks for being you.
You have been a true inspiration and well-wisher to me. Thanks for your constant guidance and the inspiration and support even now. I wish you all the best for the new phase of your life. Once again, all the best, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Firstly, I would like to thank you for your years of support, be it personally or professionally. Secondly, I was super fortunate to work with you, and the learning was astounding. Thirdly, I would like to wish you a great impending phase of your life. நன்றிகள்.
Happy retirement to the real Dawn of the Dawn Labs. Thank you.
Hi ma'am, you have been a true inspiration for all of us. Thank you very much for all the support and guidance that you have given to me, like for my masters and my PhD, and even now as well. All the very best for this new phase of your life. Thank you very much again.
Hello, ma'am. It is impossible to sum up the guidance and support which we have received from you in just a few words. I would like to thank you from the core of my heart. Apart from academics, your dedication towards work and the willingness to serve back to the society is something which has influenced me a lot. Wishing you all the best for your new retirement life.
Namaste, ma'am. Thank you so much for being there whenever I needed support. You are the most hardworking person I know. I wish you all the best and happiness for your future.
Yatyadagra Vishameva Praname Amrutopama. You scolded us many times, but the result will be fruitful. And I have experienced this with you during conference paper submission as well as during seminars.
Thank you very much for taking me as your student and guiding me. All the very best for your new phase of life. Thank you.
Hi ma'am, good evening. It's been only 5 months I joined this project, and I see you working very hard and keep learning and building systems. You always encouraged us, inspired us to do coding and read books and get to know the history of our country. And your grand vision of building TTS systems for all Indian languages brought all of us together. And we wish you warm farewell, and we hope we continue to finish the great work that you started. All the best, ma'am.
I want to wish Hema the very best. So Hema, we'll continue to celebrate your achievements. Bye.